J-E-T-S! Jet! Let's go!
Let's go. Glad to have you back.
Super Bowl, nothing less.
Let's go, AVT.
What a throw! Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson!
Keep the faith, guys. Keep the faith.
Love it.
Jet! Let's get it! Wow!
Jet Life Stadium. Aaron Rodgers is home, baby.
Jets Media, I love you all.
Shout out Jets Media. Blessed day ahead.
Blessed day ahead. The first Victory Monday of the season is upon us. Let's go, baby. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat. We got Richie and Jack live on the Jets Media podcast.
Sure.
The Jets are 1-1. We had a lot of fun, Jack and I, on a live watch party yesterday. And Jack and I are excited to take your calls and break down everything we saw from yesterday's victory over the Titans. Shout out to the chat. Jack, welcome to the show as always, brother.
What a day yesterday, man. Lots of fun streaming in the new setup, pacing around the room like two crazy guys, watching a crazy game. Once again, as we've seen with many Jets games over the last couple years, kind of a tale of two halves. The New York Jets looked like a different football team in the second half and managed to win the second half and come out with the W, which was an absolutely must win. We're back to 1-1. As far as I'm concerned, the season starts this Thursday night against the Patriots. Let's handle business. Let's go. I'm stoked.
Yes, indeed. The Jets are 1-1. The Patriots are 1-1. The Dolphins are 1-1. And the Bills are 2-0. That's the AFC East standings right now. And listen, man, after that week 1 game against the 49ers, we all knew that it was disappointing, but we all also knew that if we bounce back against the Titans and just win the football game, we're going to be okay because the schedule does ease up. And was yesterday perfect, Jack? No, we can all agree with that. There's going to be some things that we're going to talk about that needs to get cleaned up. But at the end of the day, a W is a W. Aaron Rodgers, if this is him, quote-unquote, rusty, which we'll get into, just imagine what happens when he starts clicking, okay? This defense is definitely not up to the standard that we're expecting, and we got to talk about the terrible, unfortunate news. Jermaine Johnson, most likely, it's not confirmed yet. Solid spoke to the media. They did not confirm it, but it's looking like it's a torn Achilles, and the Jets are going to have to bounce back. So I want to start off with this, Jack, with you. This game, I think we're going to look back on, this Jets-Titans game, and we're going to think of it as the game of the next man up mentality. Because all the 3 players that suffered injuries in yesterday's game, the players behind them that stepped in their roles woke up and made big-time impacts, okay? Starting off with DJ Reed, ruled out. Brennan Eccles subs in. He's the starting quarter next to Sauce Gardner. He makes a ridiculous interception
Huge
that
play.
changed the entire outlook of the game, okay? CJ Mosley goes down with a toe injury. Jamian Sherwood comes in. You could argue the defense got better when Sherwood went in there. He's faster. He looks like mean out there. Jamian Sherwood looks like an absolute dog. Led the Jets in tackles with Quincy Williams. And then last but not least, Jack, Will McDonald. When Jermaine Johnson goes down, he steps in and gets 3 sacks, and one of them was you can argue, one of the game-winning plays on 3rd and goal in the 4th quarter, getting that sack to eventually win this football game.
Yeah, 100%, man. Next man up. You're absolutely right. Brandon Eccles with an unbelievable interception. I couldn't tell what happened at first. I thought, was it Ridley that the ball was
Burks.
intended for? It was Burks. Okay. I thought Burks had caught it at first. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I see Brandon Eccles helmet off with the ball in his hands going crazy. So that was hype. He's a player that I have confidence in, that I feel like a lot of Jets fans do as well. I know you do. And then Will McDonald having, a kind of coming out game. Unfortunately, it had to be due to terrible circumstances. Jermaine Johnson, most likely, out for the year, is the opposite of what you want to see. But Will McDonald, at least that's a positive. He is a first-round draft pick, and while I'm not one of those guys that's like, this pick sucked, why do we take this guy? I am kind of like waiting for something to, happen. So it was good to see that yesterday. And then, of course, Jamian Sherwood, man. I mean, he's another player that I have a ton of confidence in. Hung out with him at the draft party this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
I got to get him on the show because he said he's down to come on. I DM'd him and he never came on. So I got to get Jamie on, man. Jack and I was at the draft party this past year at MetLife Stadium, and it was Quincy Williams and Jamie and Sherwood. We had VIP access, and I met Quincy, we met Jamie, and I was talking to Jamie, and I'm like, bro, I'm not just saying this because you're a Jet and I'm a Jets fan. Like, I love your game. I've been on you since we drafted you, and I cannot wait to watch you play this year alongside Quincy and CJ again. You're going to break out. And we were just having a cool conversation. And I'm like, bro, by the way, I actually am a Jets YouTuber. I have a show. I would love to get you on my show because I want Jets fans to hear from you. And he's like, yeah, bro, just DM me on Instagram. And I did, and he answered. And then we just never were able to figure out a way to get him on. So got to get Jamie on, man, because especially if CJ's down, he's got to wake up. And he absolutely answered the bell. Now, Jack, speaking of, the defense, now let's go into the offense. Okay, Braylon Allen, Breece Hall, the Killer Bees go out there. I mean, the Jets have weapons at the running back position, and I love that we kind of saw the dynamic duo kind of wake up. We all know who Breece Hall is. We all expect him to be a dog, but how awesome was it to see Braylon Allen get the opportunity? Because remember, week 1, Jack, he didn't touch the ball. Like, he didn't touch the field. Jets fans were like, yo, where is Braylon Allen? He deserves to get on this football field. We all love Breece, but why are we just putting on ice, okay? So that's exactly what the Jets did in week number 2. The dynamic duo, Jack, they call themselves the Killer Bees. That's the nickname that Breece Hall has put on them. What was your thoughts of this dynamic duo from Breece and Braylon Allen?
It was exciting to see, man. Breece Hall had a, wide receiver 1 type touchdown grab in the end zone. Absolutely phenomenal play. Just showcases his versatility and his overall athleticism once again. So the tape keeps getting sicker and sicker for Breece Hall. And obviously, we all love him to death. But then Braylon Allen, tons of hype about this guy. Youngest player in the NFL. He's 20 years old, but he's built like an absolute rock. And on, one of his scoring plays yesterday, the formation as well. A lot of things that, a lot of us, me included, you included, Rich, have certainly been getting on Hackett about the play calling and, how lackluster it can be. But then we see a play like that. And the one I'm referring to where it's Breece Hall and Allen both in the backfield. Rodgers fakes it as if he's going to dump it to Breece Hall, turns around and dumps it to Braylon Allen, who trots into the end zone. And it was just, fun to see something like that. 2 young players, obviously Braylon Allen, the youngest player in the NFL, here in the second game of his NFL
20 years old.
career.
This guy's going to have a long career, dude.
Dude, he's 6 years younger than us.
That's crazy. And just to touch on that play, that first touchdown to Braylon Allen that I love, that I got to give Hackett some credit here. He doesn't get all credit. He still has a long way to go before I actually start tooting his horn a little bit more. But the reason why I think that touchdown worked, Jack, and we talked about it on the show yesterday during the game, they set up that play. What good offensive minds do is they call a play with the intention to set up a future play to score a touchdown. And the play I'm referring to was, I think, like 3 plays before that. It was the same exact formation, and they threw the ball to Breece on that exact play, right? So it was Aaron Rodgers, Breece on his left hip, Braylon Allen on his right hip, and then Breece Hall came in motion. It was a swing pass to Breece. He picked up 2 yards. And then 3 plays later, the same exact formation, and they ran the same exact play, but instead they faked it to Breece, and then Braylon Allen came out there with a little shovel pass, and he was able to score a touchdown. So those are little things that I noticed that are awesome. And then also, you got to give credit, Braylon Allen's second touchdown, Jack. I don't know if you know this, but got to give a shout out to Emmanuel Acho. Listen, you like him when he talks good about the Jets. When he doesn't, right? He's whatever. But he did have some really cool things to say about that specific play that he really broke down. That run play to Braylon Allen for the touchdown, the fourth quarter, was low-key all Aaron Rodgers. He called that play. So he recognized that the safety was coming down on the left side. The play call was originally to run to the left. This is why we have Aaron Rodgers. This is why when everyone's like, oh, Rodgers washed up, he's old. I'm like, yeah, I know he doesn't have this athleticism, but a weapon that he has that nobody else has in the league is his mind. So what he did, Jack, which is so cool, he completely changed the run blocking protection, and then Rodgers puts his hand behind his back, points to Braylon Allen to go this way. And if you watch the film, you'll see Rodgers put his hand behind his back, and basically this is what Allen sees. which is telling Braylon, oh, I'm going this way now. Okay, I was originally going that way, but now Rodgers telling me to go this way. And then he saw a wide open hole on the right side, Rodgers, pre-snap, and then he gives the ball to Braylon Allen, a phenomenal block from Jeremy Ruckert to free him up, and then the offensive line got into the second level, and then Braylon Allen scores a touchdown. And that was the game-winning play. That was the game-winning play.
That was a phenomenal play. Again, the great block by Ruckert, but isn't it funny how when your Hall of Fame quarterback starts taking the game into his own hands and doing stuff like that, the offense gets so much better.
Dude.
Like it's just, you know, it's number one, it's amazing. It's still like mind blowing to see Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback. And number two, every time something like that happens, it like reaffirms the idea of like, what is Nathaniel Hackett's purpose on this team, dude? So that's
someone on Twitch tuning in real quick, by the way. I'm never live on Twitch. I got to get a shout out. Morning shout out from Arizona.
Let's go.
We're on Twitch, folks. We're live on Twitch. Shout out.
Shout out to Raul Alaniz.
We need more from defensive end. Yes, we do. Appreciate you, man. 100%, Jack. And I think that is really, really a fun thing to see with this Braylon Allen. And not to mention the drive, like you're talking about, we have Aaron Rodgers. He's his football wizard. But the drive that led into that Braylon Allen touchdown in the fourth quarter, let's not forget. The two huge plays. Okay, I think one of the most clutch plays of this game was 3rd and 1, and that play to Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, yep.
Right? And it was really cool because hearing Aaron Rodgers speak about that play post-game, he really broke it down. He was like, I threw that ball up. It was supposed to be outside, but I let him inside because Garrett Wilson's Gumby out there, and he made that play look easy. Not an easy play for him. That was the fourth quarter, tied 17-17. It was 3rd and 1, backed in our own territory. If that falls incomplete, Jack, that's 4th down. We're punting it back to the Titans, and they have 7 minutes to go to take the lead. Instead, they convert on 3rd down, move the chains, and then the next big play was 2nd and 16. Remember, after that play, we're like, oh, what a play! And the next play, Breece Hall, -6 yards. And we're like,
oh, brutal.
Oh, right? We're all pissed off. And then what happens? Rodgers like, watch, I got you guys. This is not the same old Jets. We're going to take a shot. How about Mike Williams making a play on 2nd and 16 to pick up the first down? It's just a breath of fresh air.
Dude, 100%. That was the welcome to the Jets moment for Mike Williams. And then you can see why we went out and grabbed a guy like him. And hopefully as we incorporate him more and more and more into this offense, I understand he's coming off of a bad injury. But as we incorporate Mike Williams more into this offense, I think, you know, the sky is the limit. I really, really do. Having a weapon like him, obviously Garrett Wilson is, you know, a problem for you know, opposing defensive backs. That play in particular, 3rd and 1, so scary to see the ball just lofted up into the air like that. Like, you know, the whole time you're wondering what's going to happen, what's going to happen. It just floats, lands into Garrett Wilson's hands. You see the midair adjustment going from this shoulder to the other shoulder. The ball's right there. It's just like a thing of beauty, you know, like that's Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson, who we drafted, who's now one of the better young wide receivers in the league. So a play like
still
that
not
on
unlocked
3rd
yet.
and 1, exactly. A play like that on 3rd and 1 was so terrifying. And then you see it work and you're like, oh my God, like what is even happening? And then of course, 2 plays later to Mike Williams, just, you know, really those were the 2 plays that really put us in the position to win the game.
And the cool thing about it too, Jack, just to add on that, just the poise and the clutch ability of Rodgers. Like, let's not forget what happened the drive prior. We're up 17-10. We're like, all right, let's win this game on defense. And then Levis somehow, we had like 2 back-to-back plays that kind of just like ruined Jets fans' mood. Okay, the first play I'm talking about was Will Levis scrambled for 40 yards, and that was the play that Jermaine tore his Achilles. So there's a big pause, right? Levis runs for 40 yards, and then there's a giant pause in the game because of the Jermaine Johnson injury. Everyone's upset. And then the next play after that injury, Jack, Levis throws a bomb to Ridley for the touchdown. And all of a sudden, we're just like, oh, my God, it's crumbling, right? The momentum is back. Remember, you said on the show yesterday, the momentum is on the Titans. Like, we cannot lose our momentum. And then Aaron Rodgers was like, guys, I got you. And then he orchestrates that drive down the field, okay? And we broke down all the plays that happened on that drive, the crucial 3rd down by Garrett Wilson. Not to mention, I think that was the drive where the patented Aaron Rodgers quick pass to Alan Lazard, Mike Williams, and then eventually scored the touchdown to get the lead. Big time shout out to Aaron Rodgers, man.
You know what it
That's
is,
just
bro?
so awesome.
It's just so nice having not only a veteran quarterback, obviously a great quarterback, but a quarterback that trusts his playmakers.
Yes.
You know, he's going to throw it up there for a 50-50 ball for Mike Williams and trust his guy to go make the play in a big spot. And what happened? Mike Williams makes the play. And
Good.
I just love seeing that trust from Aaron Rodgers to Mike Williams, to Garrett Wilson on that 3rd and 1. Even Lazard hasn't had a perfect start to the year, but we've already seen the difference between him last year and the difference now with him.
He's a completely
with
different football
Aaron
player.
Rodgers at quarterback. So it's just so nice.
Lazard isn't shy about it too.
Jets fans. Yeah, especially for us Jets fans, it's just so nice to have this, night and day change at the most important position in the sport.
Their offense is different.
Unreal.
The offense is a completely different world with Aaron Rodgers. And it's funny, they asked Lazard before the game, what clicked in week 1, like against the 49ers, Lazard, compared to last year? He was like, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
He's like, it's that simple.
And
he's so openly, he's like, I suck without Aaron.
Yeah.
But with Aaron, I'm a dog. And I'm okay with that, Alan Lazard. I'm totally okay with that. If you suck without Aaron Rodgers, so be it. You're not going to be here without Aaron Rodgers, but you're here with him, okay? And that is a beautiful thing to see, baby. Marco with a $5 super chat, the first super chat of the show. Big shout out to Marco, man. Would it be crazy to try trading Reddick to Denver for John Franklin Myers? JFM was an every down run stuffer that could play inside or out, plus knows our defense. Listen, we've seen crazier things in the NFL. I'm not going to rule this out completely, but if I had to predict, that's not happening at all.
Yeah, Franklin Myers also went down yesterday. I don't know how serious his injury was, but I was watching that game for a little bit, and he wasn't playing. They kept talking about it. But listen, man, we might as well touch on the Reddick situation right now because, it's now completely different with Jermaine Johnson going down yesterday. So, Rich, I want to ask you, I feel like you know more than I do when it comes to this topic. What do we do? Are we going to have to eat our lunch and hand Hassan Reddick an absolute bag and hope he goes out there and can fill that role? I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
I mean, Will McDonald had a great game yesterday, but can he sustain that? This was against the Tennessee Titans, who do not have the best offensive line. What are we thinking with the Reddick situation now?
Yeah, listen, I'm just going to be short and sweet with this, with the Hassan Reddick situation. I don't think there's anything that can happen on the field, whether it's injuries or the Jets losing, that's going to impact Joe Douglas to pay Hassan Reddick. I know that now Jets fans are desperate and we want Reddick on the field, but just knowing what I know something, and the only thing I can say is that I do not expect Hassan Reddick to play with the Jets. That's what I really look at it. Like, Hassan Reddick is so firm in his stance where there's just not a middle ground. Like, it's either Hassan Reddick's way or the Jets' way. And the Jets' way is very simple with this. They've been very open. Show up to the building and we'll talk. And Hassan Reddick is like, I'm not showing up without a deal. So the way I look at it, Jack, is Hassan Reddick isn't even a Jet. I'm not even thinking about, now Jermaine's down, we need to bring back Hassan Reddick. And I know it's like, a lazy take to have that, but just based on what I know.
No, not really.
Hassan Reddick he feels, and this was before he became a Jet. He was upset with the situation in Philadelphia. He feels slighted by the Philadelphia Eagles, and now he feels slighted by the Jets. So he's not feeling good about himself, and he feels slighted, and he's kind of questioning his future in this league. So I'll leave it at that. That's what I can say.
Yeah, no, that was your opinion last time I asked you, and I was just curious if the Jermaine Johnson injury changed anything.
Listen, and another thing I'll add. We got a
divided chat in here, though. We got a divided chat, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, listen, and I'll say this too. This is the NFL. Things can change. It's what's the word? Fluid. So all of a sudden, they can just have an agreement. But like the way I look at it too, like if you're Joe Douglas, are we gonna be that desperate? I know it's a Super Bowl window, so it's kind of like, we're in a desperate situation. But like, is this a guy that you want to pay? I don't know. He's just not giving me the vibes that I want to like pay. Yeah, like I don't want the Jets to become a desperate team and be like. And we like bow down like, okay, Reddick, you win. We'll give you your money. And then he shows up, he gets paid, and he sucks. Or he gets hurt.
Yeah,
that's what I don't want.
Certainly a possibility. I kind of don't know where I fall on this, man, because I feel that way as well. Like, if you don't want to play for us, like, I damn sure don't want to pay you millions and millions and millions
And
of dollars.
dude, he's missing out on so much money right now. I don't know
He
what
is.
his objective is.
He is.
That's why
And,
it's like such a weird situation.
It's just a matter of, what is this team going to look like now without Jermaine Johnson? And I'm curious to see, Will McDonald in that
I will say this, Jack.
fully
We saw,
expanded role.
I know it's the Titans, right? But we saw this defense
Oh, of course.
shut out the Titans without Jermaine Johnson, right?
They did. 100%.
And I do want to talk about the defense really quick, and then I do want to get more into like the offense. But the defense is not living up to the standard we're expecting from them. But if you just look at the score of this game, they gave up 17 points. That's a win. Now, I'm not saying that I'm satisfied with the defense because I'm not. I think Sauce Gardner needs to play better. I think the pass rush, the run defense needs to get better. They need to show a sense of urgency. But if you told me going into this game, the New York Jets are going to force 2 turnovers and hold the Titans to 17 points, that's a win. But if you go into the nitty-gritty and you watch the film, you're like, what's going on here? What's going on here? They got to be better there. And I know that Will Levis kind of gifted us one of those turnovers because he's just a turnover-prone machine. But the Jets won the turnover battle 2-0. That's a winning formula. And the more important thing about this defense, Jack, they defended when they needed to the most. Did they let the Titans go down the field and give up a lot of yards in the clutch? Yes. But did they allow them to score a touchdown? No. That's all that matters. Football is not about who has the most yards. It's about who scores the most points. And I just got to give the Jets defense some credit because they shut them down in the fourth quarter and they won this football game on defense. And that's all I'm going to say. I think they deserve some credit. I'm not praising them, thinking that there's still more room to grow. We all, as a Jets fan base, expect this defense to be top 10 at least. And right now they're not. So the fact that they were able to limit them to 17 points, and they were the ones to win the football game in the end by shutting down them in the red zone. I mean, it was a first and goal from the 10-yard line, Jack.
No,
first
absolutely.
and goal from the 10-yard line, and the Jets defense had 4 straight plays where they shut down the Titans, including a Will McDonald sack. Okay, that's big.
Absolutely. We're still a gritty defense that's, going to make issues for your offense 100%. There were some, Sauce Gardner did not have a great game yesterday. Obviously we lost, some guys on defense. And is there any CJ Mosley update as of right now?
Yeah, it's a big toe injury. Salas said he's hopeful he could play Thursday, but we shall see.
Yeah,
and then DJ Reed tested out the knee pregame and said it wasn't worth going. So I think it's going to be a game time decision for both of them on Thursday.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully we get our guys back healthy. If not, it is a short week, and then we have a nice 10-day stretch until our next game. So we can hopefully heal up outside of Jermaine Johnson, obviously. But it's still early in the season. I'm just happy we came away with a win yesterday. I expect both sides of the ball to improve moving forward 100%.
Absolutely, man. We got a super chat from Lovely and Ray. Forget Reddick. Let Will McDonald show what he can do. We use our first-round pick on him. After all, I am sure Reddick is expecting JD to cave. Exactly. Now everyone's expecting Joe Douglas to cave. I don't expect him to cave, personally. And not to mention, Will McDonald stepped up, but we had a lot of undrafted free agents on this defensive line make the team. And Eric Watts is a guy that made this team. He's been inactive the first 2 games. I'm expecting him to be active now with Jermaine Johnson down. And listen, this defensive line has not been perfect, but now I think that last year, Jack, we had the unfortunate injuries on offense, and we were fully healthy on defense last year. Now it's kind of flipping. The offense right now, I don't want to mention.
Yeah,
but
don't even say it.
The defense is what's getting decimated, and I feel like if I could pick which side, if I had to sacrifice one side of the ball with the injury bug, I'd rather have the defense than the offense, if we're being honest. Not to say that's weird to say here, but
of course, but we all understand what you mean. I think there's more. I think what you're alluding to is that there's just more quality depth on the defensive side of the ball than the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, nobody wants any of our guys to go down, but I think we have better depth, but also this defense has obviously been the heart of this team in the Robert Saleh era. So they just a lot of those guys have been together for longer and can, gel and do their thing. And you mentioned it briefly last year in that Philadelphia Eagles game. We had no Sauce and no DJ Reed.
And our corners are not even in the league anymore. We won.
Yeah. So that's the kind of defense this is.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We got 64 likes right now with 200 live watchers. Please do us a solid favor. Smash the like button, folks. It's Victory Monday. Come on, folks. Let's get some hype right now. We're going to open this up for some callers in just a little bit after Jack and I finish our thoughts, and we're going to get some Jets fans and some other fan bases, of course, coming on here to the Jets Media Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Please, please do not forget to just simply like the show. And we're inching close to 24,000 subscribers, so do your boy a favor and subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to get your thoughts and the chat's thoughts of this right here. This is a graphic that I've not posted yet on social media, so you guys are seeing it first. So, woo! Aaron Rodgers, baby. His first 2 games as a Jet is here, Jack. All right? He's got a 60.8 completion percentage, 31 for 51, 343 passing yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, and a passer rating of 92.2. And I'll start off with this. If this is what a rusty Aaron Rodgers looks like, sign me up. I mean, everyone's like, oh, Rodgers looks rusty. Rodgers looks off. Rodgers does not look like himself. I mean, if this is what an off Rodgers looks like, can you imagine, Jack, what this offense is going to look like when Rodgers starts to click as the season goes on? So give me your thoughts of Aaron Rodgers in his first 2 games as a New York Jet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously these stats aren't like, prime MVP Aaron Rodgers stats through 2 games, but this is Aaron Rodgers at age 40 coming off of an Achilles injury, basically hasn't played football in 2 years. And yeah, I totally agree with you, bro. If this is him, rusty, which he is a little bit rusty, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I expect that. But if this is him with that quote unquote rust, then you're exactly right. The sky is the limit when it's finally clicking. And Garrett Wilson is targeted, 12 times a game. And, the offense is absolutely cooking and rolling along. But this is kind of the start I expected. So I'm good to go. Aaron Rodgers is 2 for 2 in terms of finishing games without a season-ending injury. So that is a beautiful thing within itself. Obviously, we expect the numbers to improve if we want to have the season that we all expect. But as of right now, we're sitting at 1-1. Like I said, the season starts Thursday night. Let's kick the Patriots' ass. Our home opener. This is the game, I think. Rodgers, 250-plus yards, 3 tutties. Let's see that, baby.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, Jets fans, we are exactly where we expected to be through 2 weeks, just from a win-loss standpoint.
100%.
I mean, we were hopeful, like, yeah, let's pull the upset the 49ers. Football's back. Like, we all knew deep down it was going to be a hard game to win, right? We lost that game. We beat the Titans. We're 1-1. Like, at this point, this Jets season is alive. Like, 100%. The Ravens are 0-2. Okay? They have a hole to climb out of early in the season. The Bengals, 0-2. All right? Those are 2 playoff aspiration teams that are 0-2. The Jets, 1-1. And now we have a big game on Thursday night that, of course, we'll talk about more in depth. But I think that what Aaron Rodgers is showing me early on, man, is that he definitely is a wizard at the line of scrimmage. His arm is still there. I know that he has some throws that I'm sure he wants back. We got to also talk about the play clock issue. He acknowledged it post-game. He held himself accountable. He said he's got to figure it out. He's like, Robert Saleh saved my ass a few times with the timeouts. So he's got to get better with that. And if there's one thing I'm not concerned about, it's Aaron Rodgers figuring out the play clock situation. So not perfect, but this is a rusty Aaron Rodgers. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And I think that we're just waiting. And, bro, if he connected with that Lazard bomb, the stat line would be even crazier from yesterday.
Of course.
Like there's no play where... And also, I can't believe I haven't even talked about this, Jack, until right now. Do you know who deserves, in my opinion, the most love in this entire team?
Tell me.
Throughout the entire first 2 games, not just yesterday, but Monday night against the 49ers, the offensive line protecting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. They've been silently doing their job, yeah. Like,
absolutely, bro. And that's the beautiful thing. We're forgetting about them because we don't talk about them when they're doing their job. When they suck, we talk about them. Oh, this offensive line, they stink. Now, the run blocking, I think, still has a lot more room to improve, but they got to give him credit for that touchdown to Braylon Allen because that offensive line blocked on that play. But, bro, Aaron Rodgers, every time he got sacked, was a coverage sack. Like that one sack he had, like back in their own territory, he was back there for like 6 seconds No one was open. You can't expect the offensive line to protect that long. I am very impressed with this offensive line, man. Really impressed. The 2 sacks that Rodgers got hit on yesterday, one was a coverage sack. The other one was like a deep twist, which was like, just a good, it was like a 3-second pass drop back. But overall, man, this offensive line is keeping Aaron Rodgers upright. And let me just show you some proof, Jack. Michael Nania sent this tweet out yesterday, and it was just, it made me like, just want to cry, like a happy tear. So I'm like, I've been waiting my whole life for a freaking offensive line that can do this, okay? For an offensive line that knows how to protect our damn quarterback. So look at this on your screen right here. So this is some photos of, look at the Jets' pass protection on Aaron Rodgers' 3 deep passes.
So nice.
I mean, come on.
That throw to Mike Williams as well was from just a beautiful pocket, if I remember correctly.
I think that's it.
Yep. That looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
That's the throw to Brees.
Love it. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. And
that's the throw to Mike Williams. This is the throw to Garrett Wilson. I mean, look at the protection, bro.
Yeah, and once again, this is an offensive line that has how many new faces on it? 3?
4 if you include AVT, who'd barely played last year. So yeah.
So like this is an offensive line, and I know I use the word gel a lot, but especially when it comes to the offensive line, those are 5 guys that need to be gelling, that need to get as many reps as they can playing next to each other. And what I've seen from them, what we've all seen from them so far to start the year, at least in the pass protection, excuse me, has been pretty damn good. As you said, I'll agree with you. The running game still hasn't gotten to the place that we wanted to. At least early in the game, we can't seem to establish any sort of run. Obviously, later in the game, as the defense gets wear and tear, and you introduce a guy like Braylon Allen, this 20-year-old beast, into the mix, he's gonna get his opportunities and score. But I think we still need to establish the run early in games. But as far as pass protection goes, this offensive line is keeping Aaron Rodgers on his feet, making him able to deliver some clutch throws, some TD throws, some third down conversion throws. And yeah, man, they're doing their thing early in the year, which is what you love to see from, yet another kind of new look offensive line.
It's just beautiful. It's an absolute beautiful thing to see. Another thing about Aaron Rodgers, we did talk about it briefly at the top of the show, but that touchdown to Brees Hall, I mean, it's so cool to hear how that play evolved. And I want to show you guys exactly how it evolved. All right. So here is Aaron Rodgers, the New York Jets quarterback, on how that play evolved with the linebacker lined up on Brees Hall. So let's listen to our quarterback, who's also a future Hall of Famer. First ballot. It's a Jet.
Brees touchdown. Obviously, he split wide on a linebacker. Did your eyes light up when you saw that? Did you expect that guy to
look at him?
How did that evolve?
I'll tell you exactly how it evolved. I screwed up the clock, and we called timeout. And Brees comes over and goes, "Hey, throw me a go ball if there's a backer out there." I said, "Okay." That's basically how it went. So he split out there. They walked the backer out there. And I dropped back and looked inside for a second, and by the time I looked to him, he was 3 or 4 yards past him. I kind of didn't throw the best ball, but even a nice catch.
Brees touchdown.
I mean,
First of all, both of us are looking at him like this. Like we're just like in love with him. Like he's like a beautiful woman. So that's hilarious. But then when you hear the details of that, of how the scoring play happened. First of all, the confidence of Brees Hall.
Dude, I love that. Brees calling his own number, bro.
Yeah, you love that. He's like, yo, if I'm going against the backer, throw it up.
And he makes a play like that.
And he makes a play like that, dude. He makes like a play that we would expect Garrett Wilson to make.
Dude.
And then, Rodgers returning that confidence right back to Brees and throwing it up and letting it and, making it happen. So, that's like our dream. Literally, bro.
Really
that's
is,
our
dude.
dream. That's Aaron Rodgers talking about on the fly, throwing a touchdown pass, scheming with one of the best running backs in the league who we happen to draft. Like that is our dream as Jets fans right there. Truly.
So as people are asking if we could show the play, YouTube does not really allow us to show highlights, but I'm going to try to avoid copyright just by doing it slowly. So let's break this down. All right. We're watching some film now. You love some film right now. All right. So this is the play that Rodgers is alluding to. Another cool thing about this, pre-snap, we can't really see it. We got to watch the film back. But he made a lot of hand signals. He looked at Breece Hall, and he did this, which means go route. And then he looked to his left. He's basically running. It's like you're playing Madden and you're designing the play at the line of scrimmage. You're like hot routes. That's what Rodgers did on this play, which is cool. So watch Breece Hall's release off the line of scrimmage, right? At the top of the screen, Breece Hall, little dance, and then just plants his feet in the ground, and then he's just going to jump right by him. All right, so Rodgers gets rid of the ball right there where Breece just gets by the 20-yard line. And just look at Rodgers, by the way. Watch Rodgers drop back. It's just so beautiful. Puts his right foot back. And because I'm going to admire Rodgers throwing this ball, Jack, just because I've watched so much film of shitty quarterbacks for the Jets.
You don't got
looking at footwork, looking at back foot, looking at that. Like, I'm going to acknowledge an easy, simple planting your back foot on the turf and driving that thing, right? So he releases the ball, and Breece got some separation, and Rodgers said it wasn't the best ball. He thinks that he should have let him a little bit more, which he's right. I think if he put a better ball on this, then it wouldn't have forced Breece Hall to have to make that spectacular grab that he did, but he does just that. I mean, look at that. It's a little underthrown, but it's okay because Breece Hall was able to go up there and snag it. If you let him a little bit more, it'll just be like an over-the-shoulder type of grab.
You know what? Like, it's what it is. It's just a thing of beauty. And I know it scared us for a sec when, of course, the camera had to show the ball move on the ground. But not to be, baby. Huge touchdown pass. Where Breece was when Rodgers threw the ball compared to where he caught the ball.
Ridiculous.
It's just so fun to see. We're just we're so not used to seeing stuff like this, man. We're just not. And once again, it's all about the trust before the ball is snapped, communicating with each other about what's going to happen, and the trust once the play is going on. And Breece going up and getting it, Rodgers putting it where it needs to be. Linebackers not even looking back, can't really make a play on the ball. Breece makes one hell of a play on the ball, touchdown.
And look where Breece jumps from. Breece jumps from the 3-yard line, and he just ends up like 5 yards deeper into the end zone, man. That is just ridiculous stuff. There's another angle here I want to show you. Oh, he's so good. Can I give a shout out to the helmets real quick? How amazing these jerseys are.
Yeah,
I'm happy that we finally have uniforms. I'm watching. I'm like, oh, they're so nice.
For sure. I'm so loving the fact that we're moving past the Adam Gase era uniforms. That's what they remind me of.
I mean, dude. Crazy.
Gorgeous.
Crazy stuff there. I mean, it's just cool to hear from Rodgers, and it's also amazing. You know what else you got to acknowledge here? Breece Hall is becoming a man. Like, he's become like, he's no longer a young pup. We're like, oh, he's a rookie, you know, like, that's a veteran type of move. Like, yo, like, give me the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty sick. You don't see that often. The confidence level, not only the confidence level, but to execute and to come through with the play.
And
like
now that it worked, like, I bet you we're gonna see it a few more times before the season's over.
I mean,
like,
I'm assuming that we're gonna see
mismatches,
defenses not put a linebacker 1-on-1 on Breece anymore, but it's hard to do.
What are they gonna do though? Yeah, what are they gonna do? Like, they, you know, that's what I'm saying. Once this offense really starts to click and get into their groove, like, we do have so many weapons. Like, so many weapons.
And we saw Rodgers complete
Mike
passes
Williams.
to 8 receivers, I believe, compared to 3 last week. Remember, that was a big
Exactly. That was a talking point that we had before our stream yesterday. But when you see the weapons, you see Mike Williams, you see Garrett Wilson, Braylon Allen, you see obviously Breece Hall. Tight ends still haven't been getting involved a whole lot. But they're, you know, a thing as well. At least we see, you know, Jeremy Ruckert throwing some nice blocks. Although Jeremy Ruckert did get a target yesterday in the end zone. So that could have been interesting as well. So we just do have, you know, a lot of ways to beat you. So
we do.
The
Now,
more these
we're
guys
getting
play
to film.
together and stay healthy.
We're getting to some film now because screw monetization, baby. Now this play is just so, and we got some callers backstage. We see you guys. Appreciate you being patient, but I mean, come on, who doesn't enjoy watching this, right? Come on, who doesn't enjoy watching this? We'll get to all the callers. This is probably the play of the game for me. This is the throw to Garrett Wilson on third down, because if the Jets don't get this, then they're screwed. I don't know if they win the game. I really, really don't. So watch Aaron Rodgers, man, and watch the Garrett Wilson route. All right, so Garrett Wilson lined up right here. He's gonna fake inside, like he's gonna go like a little drag slant, and then he's just gonna plant his feet in the ground and just bounce it back outside to the sideline. And this is on Snead, who is one of the better corners in the NFL, by the way. So watch Garrett Wilson. All right, one-on-one, this press coverage. So he sets up his hips like he's going inside. So you see Garrett Wilson's facing the inside of the field, and then he immediately just plants that right foot in the ground. Like, look at his torque of his legs. Like, immediately just plants and changes directions. It's just really ridiculous, honestly, how he's able to just get, wah.
Dude, every time he, like, the way he moves is just so unique. Like, I
Dude.
always feel like he's about to, like, snap his leg into 8 pieces. Just
They
with
call
the
him
way,
Gumby.
dude, just with the way he moves. He's so twitchy, and, like, I just don't know how to describe it.
I can watch this for another hour in a row. Just this. Just back and forth. Just look at that.
Yeah, he's
he's
so
what
awesome,
makes this
dude.
even better is not even that. Rodgers sees it, and watch Aaron Rodgers plant that back foot, and look at him. Look at Aaron. Look at the wrist.
So
He's a
beautiful.
dog. And the craziest part about this play is this. Ready? Garrett Wilson is looking over. Pause it. Garrett Wilson is looking over his right shoulder. And the fact that Garrett Wilson was able to midair, look at his head, Jack. He flips his head while the ball is in the air, puts his head back up into the sky, relocates it, and somehow finds a way to bring that ball in. And look at the ball placement. This is pure chemistry. This is elite.
And again, look at where the first down marker is. It's 3rd and 1. And we have Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. And Aaron Rodgers throws it up to his best receiver for a huge gain. And I mentioned Breece Hall and Braylon Allen because we obviously could have been conservative and tried to just gain the 1 yard that we needed on the ground and start fresh on first down. But nope. Garrett Wilson makes a hell of a play. Aaron Rodgers makes a hell of a throw. And again, I think, a theme of today's stream that keeps coming up after what we saw yesterday from this Jets offense, specifically related to Aaron Rodgers and his pass catching options, is this theme of trust, right? It's you see, in a situation like that, like I said, where you easily could have been conservative and most likely gotten the first down. Aaron Rodgers trusts his guy to go up and make the play. And I mean, look where it lands. Like you said, dude, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
It really is. And Garrett Wilson's ability to flip his head like that, like, dude, he makes this look so easy. This is not easy. Guys, no one in the league can do this. I mean, I take that back. There's only a limited amount of receivers in the league that can do this. And Garrett's one of them. And honestly, Jack, when I saw him catch this, I thought for a second Garrett's going to break this tackle and be gone. I don't know. Because he's really good at breaking tackles. I'm like, bro, I thought he was about to like slide off of him and he stays upright. And imagine that he's just gone. I would have cried. But that was an elite level type of play from Garrett Wilson. And then while we're watching the film, let's finish it off with the Mike Williams throw.
Oh, man. That might have been my favorite play of the day, just because I was
waiting
waiting for Mike Williams.
And then we'll get into the callers. And then we'll get right into the callers. Well, first, let's watch it from this angle. I mean, Mike Will going up there. Let's see it from Mike Williams' perspective, man. This is why we got him. You know how this is a 50-50 ball? Aaron Rodgers, when we brought him in, he said Mike Williams more like an 80-20 type of guy. This is exactly what he's talking
This play got me so excited, man, because how many times have we gone out and gotten veteran players like a Mike Williams or any veteran player, and, we expect greatness from them, and it's just like, has never quite worked out. And obviously this is, the smallest sample size we've ever seen. But I just love this. This is what Mike Williams is known to be able to do in the NFL. And here he is doing it in his second game as a Jet. Like, I love seeing that. Use him the way he should be used, get him involved. And look at that. Go up and get it, Mike Will. I love it.
And also, just add some context of this play. This was right after that Garrett Wilson play we just talked about. And the play after that Garrett Wilson catch was a -6 yards from Breece Hall. So this is 2nd and 16. Fourth quarter, tie game. This is clutch moments. We have to go make a play. After that terrible 6-yard, negative, Aaron Rodgers turns it into a positive. And he just throws an absolute dot. I mean, look at the ball placement for Rodgers. High point it. And look at the first down marker, Jack. It's like they run right to the first down marker because that's what they want. 16 yards down the field exactly. And Mike Williams just goes up there and just makes a heck of a grab, bro.
Dude, that was the play of the day for me, honestly. It was just so great to see that out of Mike Williams. I was wondering, are they going to get this guy the ball? Like, how is he going to be worked into the offense coming off this
Your
injury?
reaction actually made me laugh on this during the live reaction.
Yeah, me too. My voice cracked a little bit. I was like, let's go. That gets me hyped.
You were like, that gets me hyped. Like, that was like the moment for you where you're just like finally, like that's something that's gonna get me freaking juiced up right there.
Yeah.
I felt it.
It's the position that we're in too. 2nd and 16. Once again,
Fourth
it's
quarter.
Trust, it's chemistry. Fourth quarter, clutch time. Like that
tie game.
That tie game. Like everything about it, dude, was like we need something big here, and we delivered on every level. And it's not only the ball from Aaron Rodgers, but the absolute incredible grab from Mike Williams. That got me hyped.
Look at it from this angle. Rodgers just look at the pocket. Oh, beautiful pocket. Rodgers just flings that thing up.
And someone in the chat makes a great point. Like, how do you defend that?
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. So
good luck is
elite,
right, dude.
Elite, man. Absolutely elite. I mean, I'm kind of liking this film stuff right now, low-key.
The film stuff is fun.
We will be doing a film breakdown, guys, like a full film breakdown. So don't you guys worry. We'll be doing a full breakdown maybe tomorrow, maybe even tomorrow, going down the entire all 22 film. But while we're here, let's watch this one and some callers because I'm getting addicted to breaking down the film. So you watch this. Aaron Rodgers, handoff to Braylon Allen. Just look at the blocking. Look at Jeremy Ruckert. He's the key block here. Number 89. Shout out to Big Ruck. Completely taking this guy out. I mean, look at that. Completely taking him out. Joe Tippmann in the second level. Morgan Moses as well. Becoming a wall. Like, this is what you expect from your run block, right? You have, look at this is the perfect hole. You got Ruckert's butt is facing AVT and Morgan Moses' butt. Like, their backsides is my point. Right? That is a wall. A wall here creates Braylon Allen to go down the field. And a cool thing about Braylon Allen is that he gets into the second level, and then look at this guy. So Braylon Allen, we know him as what? A physical runner, a guy that can run through you. But right here, he shows some agility, and he shows a little and then goes outside. It just runs right by. Like, he easily could have got tackled there. Like, if this is Izzy Abanaconda, he would have ran directly into him and got tackled. But Braylon Allen's got vision, and he's able to just run outside of him, and he shows some juice, man.
Absolutely, dude. And I think we think of him more as a physical running back, because of his stature. But, these young running backs are kind of do-it-all guys now, and, he can beat you by running through you. He can run around you. He could probably jump over you, if I had to guess. So I'm just excited to see more out of this kid, man. And obviously we have Breece Hall in front of him. So it's just, we have, I don't know. Can we say we have the best running back tandem in the league? Like, can we make that statement?
We're on the way.
Is that a
we are
realistic
on that
statement?
way?
Certainly like top.
I think we have a chance.
Top 5?
I mean, in terms of like a tandem, I think after this game too, Jack, they're going to start using Braylon Allen as a weapon, as like, you see the best running back duos. They use the second running back as like a second receiver, right? Like,
And yeah, like this is the play I was talking about before. Look at this formation. Like, what do you do to defend this?
And like I mentioned earlier, the play that the Jets ran like 4 or 5 plays prior set this up. So the play that I'm talking about was the exact motion right here that they faked to. So Rodgers threw this to Brees, a play like 4 or 5 plays ago, on this same exact formation. And look at the Titans are completely baited. They're like, oh, it's going to Brees.
Yep.
But then Aaron Rodgers eats it.
And once again, dude, we have to give a major shout out to the offensive line right there. Go back like 2 seconds. Ball snapped, fake to Brees. Look at the pass protection. It gives Allen the opportunity to turn around and sneakily grab that pass and run. Like, look at that protection. 100%. That play would have been absolutely blown up if any rusher got through. That would have gone nowhere.
Look at Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses, our tackles.
Yeah, dude.
We have like, you can argue a top 5 tackle duo, 2 vets, Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses. They're showing up. Their interior is looking great. And then another thing about the offensive line, Jack, watch AVT and then John Simpson get ready to, lead the way for Braylon. They 100%. Check and release, check, release. Just missed the ineligible player down the field. That would have sucked. And then Braylon Allen catches it. And then, he's got the juice. And look at the leap into the end zone, too. Leaps from like the 4-yard line. Airborne.
Love it. He wanted that first career tutty.
Yeah, dude. He's like, I don't want that first down. What am I, a peasant?
Once you're within the 5, dude, you're leaping. You're going for it.
Get me in that end zone, bro. Look at him.
100%.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty, man. It really is. Shout out to this Jets football team.
I love it,
for making things happen, man.
It's great. And after a miserable first half as well, to come out and do what we did in the second half on both sides of the ball, honestly, what a relief, dude. What a relief. 2 different teams.
Getting out of victory like that.
100%, man. Let's hear from Braylon Allen a little bit, actually. Let's hear what he had to say in the post game.
Braylon.
Getting out of victory like that, what it means for the team.
It means a lot. It was obviously after a tough game last week, to come back out on the road and, find a way to pull off a win was huge. And, I thought everybody played really well.
How is he 20 years old?
We were a little slow-ish at the beginning of the game and as offense, and, we're able to pick it up in the second half. So it was just kind of a collective effort, to find a way to pull it out.
There was a quote from him I have to find. It was funny. He's like, my Nana could have ran through that hole. He gave the offensive line all the credit. So I got to find that.
That's great. And
here it is.
Won the game, basically. See on the last, the touchdown that won the game, basically, just opened up.
Literally just Ruck did a great job on the edge, handling the D end, and, all of our double teams got up to the second level. So it's one-on-one, so it doesn't get much easier than that. My Nana could probably score on that one. So
See on the last.
I love that, dude. I love that. I love how he's giving the credit to his teammates. And yeah, man. After that yesterday, we've been excited about this guy all offseason, obviously, but seeing it in action in a game that counts is a different story. So I think the sky's the limit for this kid. I'm excited to see how we continue to use him, how we might use him differently. I think Aaron Rodgers is probably a big fan of him after yesterday. So yeah, man, let's see.
I agree. I absolutely love it. All right, let's get into super chats, and then let's get into the callers. Marco, the overthrow to Rucker in the end zone was a telling play. A less catchable ball. Ruck should have kept running, but it couldn't be intercepted. Yeah, that's the thing that Rodgers does. He's not going to throw. He's going to put up a ball that he expects you to go make a spectacular grab because he's going to give you an opportunity to do that, but he's not going to give an opportunity to the defender to make a play on the ball. That's what Rodgers does. It's like, I expect you to be in the spot. I expect you to be there and make a play. But I'm not going to put the ball in a situation where the defender can make a play. More often than not, right? He's not perfect. But it would have been sick if he converted on that touchdown.
And we saw that a couple times yesterday. The long conversion to Garrett Wilson that we just went over worked out. But then we saw, that to Ruckert, which, again, wasn't successful, but only Ruckert could have made a play on that ball. Same thing with the long bomb to Lazard. Again, wasn't successful, but only Lazard could have made a play on that ball. So we're talking about inches here, guys. We're talking about like a matter of inches.
Noah
yeah.
with a $5. Victory Monday. Ugly win, but a win is a win. Richie, you better give TD. He'll later solo our bottom barrel bums.
I think he's telling you to give TD hell later.
Oh, I will. You kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, man. TD, we love you, dude. But if you were a little more humble or a little less hard on our Jets, we wouldn't be.
Oh, he ripped me on Wednesday night, bro. Ripped me.
Oh, so dude, you gotta.
And also, like, I'm gonna take it easy because the Jets haven't really done anything yet. We beat the Titans, so I don't want to make it seem like that, like we're back or we went to the Super Bowl. Like, I got a certain way to do it. So make sure you guys download the Autograph app because the Autograph app is where we'll be live tonight at 6 p.m. and then of course at 3 o'clock on the huddle. Barney, $2. Choice defensive ends: JJ and Clemens or Reddick and Will McDonald. Yeah, I mean, obviously Reddick would be ideal, but it just doesn't seem like it's happening, Barney.
I would love JJ and Reddick.
I would love Jermaine Johnson.
Can
we not even talk about Jermaine? Because, like, this is an injury, Jack, where I'm, like, used to having these, right? It was Breece Hall 2 years ago, AVT back-to-back years, Aaron Rodgers. And, like, I'm becoming, used to, like, having a big player go down for the season. And I'm, like, train myself to, like, not let it get to me. Where I'm like, oh, Jermaine Johnson's out for the year? Just not even acknowledge it. Because I don't want to think about it. Like, it's so sad.
It is sad. And I think it's just because we're all still so scarred from watching Rodgers go down 4 plays in last year that there's a part of us that's just like so happy that hasn't happened. So even when a player as great and as like universally appreciated as Jermaine Johnson goes down, in the back of my head, I was like, thank God it's not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And like, that's like a shitty thing to admit and to feel, but I guarantee you I'm not alone in that. So,
and not to say this, but like I don't know how to say it, but like the offensive line versus the defensive line, which one do you rather stay healthy right now?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, like it's going back to what I said before. Like, I just think we have more quality depth on the defensive side of the ball than we do on the offense.
And this is Will McDonald's time, and he stepped
much
up.
better.
Are we going to see a double-digit sack season by Will McDonald, Jack? Or he has 3 in one game?
It could be, dude. And
I think it's a lock if he stays healthy at this point.
The last point I'll make about this is that I also think the coaching on the defensive side of the ball is significantly better than the offense. So that's why, we can have guys like a McDonald or like a Jamie and Sherwood, step up and fill their roles and do more than fill their roles, come in and
we
play
have some
very
rookies
well
on this defensive line that's waiting for opportunities. Braden McGregor is going to have an increased role. Eric Watts now, 2 undrafted free agents that played very, very well for the Jets in training camp and preseason. So they're going to be given their chances, as well as Will McDonald, Tack McKinley, of course, as well. So we shall see. All right, let's get into some callers, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We have guys that have been waiting very patiently backstage. We're going to get to every single one of them. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to bring you guys in the order that you came in to the building. And we're going to limit 2 to 3 minutes a person so we can get through everybody because there is a lot of callers that's been waiting patiently. So just come on. Ask us a question, celebrate Victory Monday, and then we'll get to the next caller. First caller is Mr. LaSalle himself.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
What's up, LaSalle? Happy Victory Monday, buddy.
Yeah, happy Victory Monday. Glad to see you in my domain in Twitch. Glad to see you there.
Yeah, man. That's your domain, LaSalle. Where I don't know how many views I got over there. Let's see. I mean, it seems like you're the only one.
2.
But
I think you got 3. We got 3 there. 3 or 2. It's either 3
I
or
granted
2.
you as my moderator, and you enabled a 3-month follower only mode. Thank you, man.
I got rid of that because we got to make sure that everyone can get in first. You got to make sure everyone
I see you disabled it after you did that, huh?
Yeah. We got to make sure everyone gets in first. So everybody, if you don't know, they're now on Twitch. He's now on Twitch. Go ahead and
go check me out on Twitch. I don't even know if that's going to be a good thing, but we'll see.
Well, if you get what you got the thing, they could also sub to you there and give you money there as well. And you can also do your emotes there. If you get 50 followers and get 3.5 viewers on there.
All right. Well, I'm putting the link to Twitch in the chat right now, guys. Go check me out on Twitch.
Revenue.
Now let me go on to the game. It was a good game. It was heart wrenching. It was heart wrenching to say the least. I wish that we could have made it a little bit less of a game, like less on my heart. But it is what it is. It's what it is. I'm glad to see Aaron Rodgers be the guy that you guys are saying that he is, and he is like, love every minute of it, because that makes me be like, yo, we got a quarterback. We don't got a quarterback. Now we just need to worry about the delay of game stuff, because I don't know why that was happening. I don't know why that was happening. But it is what it is. Our defense, it does need to get some work done. Like, we're giving up way too many yards. Like I know that points are the main thing that matters, but you want them on third down to be like do the shutdown, and we don't even have to worry about the yards. We need to make sure that we stop them at third down, because that is
I think the third down defense is what needs to get fixed the most. And Lissell, appreciate the call, brother, and I appreciate you helping me out on Twitch. Shout out to Lissell, man.
Shout out.
We already have Kratos. I'm Italian Stallion in the YouTube chat. He's on Twitch now. It's Kratos. Much love. Keep it up. Thank you, Kratos. Appreciate you guys showing some love
swapping
on Twitch.
identities, dude. People are swapping identities out here.
Platform to platform. Shout out to Lissell. He's going to be the main moderator on Twitch. He's going to help me build that thing. Appreciate you, Lissell. Let's get into the next caller. Josh, you're live, brother.
Yo.
What up,
Hi. Happy Victory Monday.
Yes, sir, man. We got that dub, man. So in the beginning, it wasn't that pretty, but man, shit, we finished. That's all that matters, man. I know you got a whole bunch of callers, so let's go, Jets. Man, we got that dub. I went to the Patriots on Thursday, man. We about to sweep their ass. Let's go, Jets, man. Let's go.
Hey,
go.
Josh.
Let's go.
I hope you're right, brother. I'm terrified for this game on Thursday, but we absolutely must go out there and handle business. Third game for the Jets in what's like 10 days. So, let's go out there and do our thing. Home opener. Let's beat their asses, Josh. We need that energy today.
Let's go, man. We're going to beat the Patriots, man. We got this. Let's go.
Appreciate
yes, sir.
it always,
Josh. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you, my man.
Let's go.
My guy.
Love it. Love
the
it.
energy, the smile on Josh's face fuels my soul, man.
Me too, man.
What a great guy. All right. Another Jets media legend, James.
What's up, James?
My guy.
How you doing,
Happy
man?
Victory Monday, brother.
Yeah, man. As you guys know, it's been a heavy couple weeks for me. So you guys know me for a little bit now, right? I wear my emotions on my sleeve, right? You know that. A little bit. But I know. But little somber today. But I just want to start off with, this is why I make it a rule. I don't throw out any type of declarative statements, nothing like that, until the 5th to 6th week of the year. If you know football and you watch football, which you guys do, which we all do, well, some of these simpletons in this, I'll leave that for a little later, but some people, I don't know how many times the crib was knocked over when they were babies, but a little brain damage, because some of these, I have no idea what they're saying half the time. But you can't make like flat out statements on how the season's gonna go so early. You just can't. Aaron's he's dusting off the cobwebs. He's only gonna get better. If you think he's not, you just don't know you just don't know what you're watching. You don't know what you're looking at. That drive with that throw to Garrett, that back shoulder fade to Mike Williams. If you think that's not coming more and more and more, you really don't know what the fuck you're looking at, because it's just going to keep getting better and better. Now with the addition of Braylon Allen, which I wanted to see in week 1, he looks like a young Derrick Henry. He's a absolute locomotive. So that little play call when we had Brees coming this way, the whole defense flowed this way and then just went, whoop. That's the type of shit we need to do, because Brees can play in the slot. He could be a slot receiver if you really need him to. He can run the shit out of the ball. So that was good to see. I just today I don't see a lot of the trolls. I guess I don't know, maybe the Wi-Fi network went down in their parents' basement. I don't know what happened, but everybody's quiet today. It seems like everybody last week was very loud, very boisterous. You know, the season was over and this and that. But next week, what's going to happen? We're gonna go to MetLife Stadium. We're gonna take some Desitin and some Pampers, put it on their ass, and smack the shit out of the Patriots this Thursday, bro. That's what's gonna happen, right? That's exactly what's going to happen. And then we're all going to see each other in Denver, and we're going to be 3-1. And now we're off to the fucking races. So this is why I don't bug out so early. This is why we all need to chill, take a deep breath. We got this. It's only going to get better from here. The injuries, JJ, that's horrible. Hey, Hassan, do me a favor. I don't know if you got carpal tunnel. You've been sign the fucking contract and get in, please. We need you here, like right now. But I guess a lot of these trolls don't have jobs. Unfortunately, I gotta get to work. I got a meeting in a little bit, but I love you guys all season.
James, week 4, kid. Meet me there.
Yes, sir. Don't beat me there. Don't beat me there, bro.
James, love you, brother. Thinking of you and your family, man. Love you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Always, brother. Much love to James.
James and I are gonna be taking laps around the MetLife Stadium parking lot. Meet me in there. Meet me in there.
Yo, if the Jets or when the Jets win on Thursday night and it's 2-1 Jets heading into Jets Media Day with a potential 3-game win streak, I don't know. Jets Media Day vibes seem to be high.
Bo Nix is kind of looking duty. Is Zach Wilson going to be the quarterback week 4?
Dude, that would be crazy. That would be crazy,
gosh.
man. Shout out to James.
I don't even want that to happen, to be honest. Because the football gods would somehow allow Zach Wilson to have the best game of his career.
Oh, dude, don't even say that.
No.
All right, we're going to get to the next caller, Jexican44.
Yes, sir.
What's up, brother?
Representing the
JETS.
JETS.
1, 2, 3.
JETS.
Yes. I
Love
finally
it, baby.
big money to exist for the longest years, but we finally got the dub or start off the day. I'm gonna try and make this very possible. You know, we got a lot of callers that's happening. So first and foremost, what the game has possible made it good. Brees Hall's touchdown with the post route, it was just like outstanding with the Aaron Rodgers throws, and he has a good slot to where, like, you know, that progressive play that he was in the outline to the, you know, out of the post. And oh my lord, you know, I didn't never see like Brees Hall to have that line of scrimmage like that before, and I was like, wow, you know, Brees Hall is that outstanding making play. He could at least make that play for like a top 100 plays. So that I call it a sexy play. And
100%.
so is that also another one that's Braylon Allen, you know, outstanding guy. You know, he's the one that he's not just a backup. He's the remaining starting running back when it comes to rushing red zones, you know. With 2 touchdowns he has, man, he's the one reason that we won this game against the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to him. And so the back for the concert of this game, you know, TJ Johnson, you know, praise the Lord that he recovers fast, his fast recovery on suddenly, it breaks our hearts, to be honest. I've seen that happening, us Jets fans, with that debt that's gone. We got a problem with the Sauce Gardner and defensive backs. That's been, loose coverage against Kyle Wrigley, a former Falcon,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it just, I've been seeing so much with the Jets. We got to get better with the defensive back coverage, sorting that. And of course, with the issues on the offensive side is a O-line issue. We had no pass protection at 100% all the time. Looks like Aaron Rodgers trying to not be persistent on his throws because, the pass protection. We had to utilize how we make it a better call of who's going to register blocking, and that's what I see so much, with blitz down and pressure and all. So, and also another shout out to Brandon Eccles for that.
Brandon Eccles.
Oh man, that just changed the fact that I thought
that's like the forgotten hero as well.
Yeah, like nobody mentions how he made that miraculous just like I thought he caught that reception. No, it was just Brett Eccles. He's the one that just strips it out. And no one does that. And, I mean, we can also remember like how Jawan Allen strips Daniel Jones in that Giants game. Like, oh my God, like he could strip that easily. Brett Eccles learns that from much. And also it's not much for the defensive. I mentioned so much, but I always love to see shout out to him and Chrissy Williams. Man, he also make things defense possible as the Jets defense. He's outstanding, man.
There's so many players to shout out, Jexican. Isn't this beautiful?
I know, it's so many.
It is, right? Well, Jexican, we appreciate the call, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on for Victory Monday. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
the support as always, brother. And
Like
support that
so, and
JETS.
I'll see you in Just Me a Day. It's gonna be blessed
Yes, sir.
out, and then I hope I get to see y'all guys both.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will.
You will.
You will see us both. Shout out to everybody tuning in on Instagram, everybody on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, you name it. We appreciate you guys. We're live on YouTube doing a call-in show, and you just heard from Jexican44, great Jets fan. Shout out to Zingo watching on Instagram right now, my boy Zingo. Come on, Zingo. I see you. I see you joining on Instagram.
Shout out.
Shout out to Zingo. Let's see if he acknowledges me in the Instagram chat. We'll find out. All right, folks. We're going to get to some more callers here on Victory freaking Monday, folks. It's Victory Monday. The Jets are 101, and I agree with everything Jexican said. There it is. Zingo said, jet the F up. I love it. Shout out to you, Zingo. Appreciate you tuning in on Instagram, brother. Appreciate it. All right, let's get into the legend, King freaking Lowski, brother. King Lowski!
Richie, my brother! Richie, my brother! Jack, my brother! Jack, my brother!
What's up,
It's
Lowski?
always good to see you fine fellas on Victory Monday, baby. Huh? Now, I'm not going to get too excited. I'll tell you why.
Amen, dude.
Because we was supposed to win this damn game. You hear me? Okay? At the end of the day, it like Jexican, it was so many people to shout out, and I won't do it all. But let me just say this, man. This was a great win, but it wasn't dominant. And I'll tell you one thing. What I want to see on Thursday, even though it's on a short week, even though I know, let me say prayers up to JJ, man. Prayers up to JJ, man. He was out there balling. Our pass rush is in trouble now. Okay, we need to get Hassan in the building, but I'm not going to go on that path. I just want to say that I want to be dominant against these doggone Patriots, man. I want to smack them in the damn mouth. You hear me? You know me, Richie. I'm on to the next game. It was a great win. I love it, baby. I'm going to embrace it. My flags are flying. My jet hat is on. I'm talking shit everywhere. You understand me? But you know me. I'm on to the next game, baby. I want blood on Thursday. I really want blood. I want that fight them boys were showing yesterday. I want to see that same fight. When we was about to get the scrapping with them boys, that's what I want to see. Okay? I want to see y'all in that boy face. I want to see Jacoby Brissett on his ass. You hear me? I want to see Ramondre Stevenson stopped in that damn backfield. Okay? They ain't got no damn receivers to name. Okay? I don't even know who the hell they got over there. And I don't give a damn who they got over there. I want blood. I can't stand this team. And it may seem like I don't like the Dolphins. I can't stand them sucker duck Patriots. You hear me? For the years they did us wrong. For the disrespect they gave us over the years. You hear me? I want blood. And that's all I'm gonna say, baby, because I know you got other callers. But I just wanna say that. Great win to the team. Happy Victory Monday, baby. Justice! Justice! Justice!
King Lowski bringing that juice as always, my boy, my brother, my guy. Oh, man, you got to love it, Jack. He wants body bags on Thursday. He wants to just, He's
Don't
already
we
on to the
all, dude?
Patriots.
Don't we all, dude? Oh, I'm on to the Patriots. I'm so on to the Patriots, bro. He's absolutely right. This is a game we were supposed to win. And we did what we were supposed to do, at least in the second half of yesterday's game. And now we're on a short week. Our home opener against our most hated rival in the history of the franchise. So this is time to get to work. It's time for blood.
Shout
We'll
out
get
to
into that
Kingleski,
at the
man.
very end of the pod, but it's going to be a scrappy, tough game, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that game, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's we gotta like pivot to the game this next week because we're on Thursday night, right? I mean, it's right. All of a sudden, we're gonna blink our eyes. The Jets are playing again.
Yep.
Woo! Here we go. All right, BMAC is up next. What's up, brother?
Hey guys, Witchy and Jack.
How you
Pleasure
doing,
to
B-Mac?
be on, man. First of all, don't want to take too long because you got the calls, but I just want to say a very gutty win. Just be happy, take it, and you move on. There's things to clean up for sure, but you have a damn quarterback, man. You have number 8 behind center, man. Like just enjoy it, man, because you don't know how long it's gonna last, man. You don't know how long it's gonna last. So just be grateful. And you get this guy, the quarterback that can move the ball downfield, that can be clutch when it matters the most. Don't have to deal with no Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian. You know what I mean? So and then the one thing is real quick, and then I leave. Richie, I do watch the AFC East roundtable, and I am working on being I'm trying to be a Patriot member so I can call in. Because I just want to give TD the business, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with him.
We need more soldiers
and then-
represented on that. Jet soldiers.
and then the other thing is make sure you give it to Kobe too on Wednesday because he's been a hater lately, man. Like I don't know what's up with him. He's been talking bad about the team, talking bad about Rodgers. So make sure you give him the business too. And hopefully, I'm hoping the Jets can blow out the Patriots this weekend, but the Jets being the Jets sometimes, I think it's going to be a close, scrappy fight to the end. And that's my prediction.
BMAC, appreciate the call, brother. Much love to you. I'll give the business to the roundtable on behalf of you and everybody else watching. You know it. You know it, baby. Come on.
Shout out.
Shout out to BMAC.
We got a legend coming in next.
You want to do the honors, Jack? Bring him on in.
I'll do the honors of bringing in Mr. Charles Gorman. What's going on, Charles?
Richie, my man, that was a hell of a game yesterday. My dad's very happy, very much.
Let's go.
He really likes Will McDonald. He was very impressed with his performance yesterday. I will admit, Brandon Allen does somewhat remind me of Derrick Henry, although he's not as tall as Derrick Henry, but he has this weight for it. But, man, he had a hell of a game yesterday. I think he was the offensive MVP. I know I could give it Aaron Rodgers because, well, it's Aaron Rodgers. But to me, Brees Hall had a good game. He had over 114 scrimmage yards yesterday, 62 yards rushing, 52 yards receiving. But I'll tell you this, my friend, I think this offensive line is going to be great from here on out. We got a great offensive line, looking offensive line. Yes, they need some work, and they need to be more consistent in the running game. But in pass protection, they are a thing of beauty to watch. Am I right, fellas?
You're right, man. It's been fun to watch in terms of Rodgers having time to throw the ball. You're right.
Thank you, Joe Douglas, for finally solidifying the offensive line. We got an all-time great in Tyron Smith. John Simpson looks good. Joe Tippmann, I think, is definitely getting better in terms of snapping the football. Obviously, needs to be more consistent in his blocks. But I thought he played his ass off yesterday. Elijah Vera Tucker looks good, and Morgan Moses looks good. Thank God we got Morgan Moses back. I know, no disrespect to the Ravens. They're a great organization. I think they'll rebound after those tough losses to the Chiefs and to the Raiders. But he played well for us in 2021. He was one of our best players back in 2021, and he should never have left the building. But thank God Joe Douglas brought him back via trade, and Morgan Moses was willing to come back. And he says, I got unfinished business here. And so far, he's finishing that unfinished business. So on to the Patriots next, who have a pretty good running back tandem. I know they don't have any great wide receivers. I know they got Hunter Henry, who, according to NFL, never became the first tight end since Rob Gronkowski had over 100 yards in the game.
Let's go.
Wow. Well, Charles, appreciate the call, brother. Much love to you, the legend.
Charles Gorman.
And he brings up a good point, man. This offensive line, Morgan Moses, and like we stole the Baltimore Ravens core of that offensive line, and they're 0-2 now. Thanks for John Simpson and Morgan Moses, Baltimore.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Exactly. For sure.
We'll take it while you guys are 0-2.
We will.
100%. All right. Up next, we got Neil in the house, a Buffalo Bills fan.
The Bills make me want to shout. Just kidding.
What's up, Neil?
All right, so real quick, I'm just going to get into this. All right, you guys started off really good. I was actually really nervous yesterday. I'm like, are they about to lose this game? I'm like, there's no way you're going to lose this game. And then I saw those turnovers from Will Levis as expected. You know, he turns the ball over like crazy. So that was hilarious seeing his coach chew him out. But anyways, yeah, it was a great game. You guys did what you had to do. You won a game you were supposed to win. On to Thursday this night. To be honest, though, I would be a little worried about the Patriots. I am worried as a Bills fan about the Patriots. Heck, we got a short week, too. We play this coming Monday, then we play the Sunday in the same week. So we got another, and they're both prime games. So I would not be underestimating Jacksonville. I wouldn't be underestimating the Ravens. I mean, those are two teams that are pissed off, going to want to win, definitely want to cause an upset. And the Patriots, they could have gone 2-0, but, you know, they lost to a heartbreaker. But don't doubt for a second that you think they're not going to be hungry. And I mean, they're going to come after you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to come on your stream and troll you, but like, I would not underestimate this team.
Nah, I mean, maybe certain Jets fans are, but Richie and I are not underestimating the Patriots, bro. I mean, they managed to beat the Bengals and they lost by a field goal in overtime yesterday. So they could be 2-0 just as easily as they're 1-1. So they're a pesky team. They're always, you know, a defense, run it down your throat type team. They got a veteran quarterback in Jacoby Brissett who knows, you know, what he's doing, who's, you know, had his fair share of, you know, NFL starts over the years for various different teams. So they're, you know, they're not the Bill Belichick Patriots, but they're the New England Patriots, man. So, you know, it's gonna be a gritty win. Which
it's more us Jets fans with the hatred of them. We just want to kill them. It's not like we expect to kill them. We want to kill them.
Yeah. It's our home opener though, so we'll see how the home crowd works in our favor.
Oh, it's gonna be ludicrous, that crowd, bro.
It's gonna be insane.
All right, yeah. So like I told you last year, and I'm not lying, the Jets are my favorite second team. I mean, I went from a Jets fan to a Bills fan because, you know, I lived in Buffalo and I was a young kid, but I realized I didn't know we had a, you know, football team in Buffalo as a young child. But all right, you guys, you should win this game, but don't underestimate them. You know, good luck. You know, Jets. All right, all right. You guys have a good one.
Close, Neil. Close. Appreciate you, Neil.
Appreciate you, Neil. Appreciate the call as always. Let's freaking get it.
Neil's the guy.
Neil is the guy. Much love to Bills fans coming on in and showing some love. Shout out to you, Neil.
For real, dude. And we're down to 2.
We're down to 2 more.
Coming in with JT.
Yo, how we doing, guys?
What's up,
Doing
JT?
good, JT. How can I complain, brother?
It's Victory Monday. Let's go!
Victory.
A gritty win is a win no matter how you look at it. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And gentlemen, we are 1-0 last week. Let's go,
Undefeated
baby.
this week, baby.
Undefeated. And we're going to remain undefeated. We're going to remain 2-0 this season when we beat the Patriots on Thursday night, baby, at home. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dude, how about
Absolutely.
Brees? How about Brees, guys? That
I'm a fan.
Oh man,
Hell of
the
a
way
player.
him and Rodgers have that trust now too, that's just a beautiful thing knowing going forward. Because I think Brees is in for his breakout game, either this game or the next. Maybe it'll be against the Broncos again. Maybe it'll be against the Patriots, but I think it's coming soon enough.
Yeah, dude, I think so as well. And you know, it was great to see that touchdown from Brees yesterday because as fans, we've grown so accustomed to seeing, like, you know, it feels like multiple explosive plays from Brees every game. So
it has to be a great play by Brees to even bring it to the house, like normally what we're used to. But
exactly,
what is offense? Offense,
Yeah.
let's go,
dude.
Ranked 11th in the league.
We have an offense. You know, obviously got off to a slow start yesterday, but I think it's just going to take more time for these guys to click. Let's not forget that, you know, Rodgers has literally not played in basically 2 years. So, you know, he's gelling with his guys. You know, he has trust in Garrett Wilson. He has trust in Mike Williams. He's already made Alan Lazard a much better player than he was last year. So it really all runs through number 8, man. It all runs
Yeah.
through this beautiful man right here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's still shaking off some rust. You can see it. His throws aren't there, but they're getting there. He even knows it himself. I think I did think it would take a couple of weeks for it to finally get going and everything, but I think soon we'll see the Aaron Rodgers that we came here for. And one last point, Braylon Allen, I had a feeling he was going to score a touchdown this week. I actually put $5 on it and
Oh, let's
cashed
go.
in. Let's go,
go.
Braylon Allen, baby.
Good for you, brother. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
Rookie made you some coin. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
right, bro.
JETS, Jets. I'll be in the building Thursday night bringing the noise. Let's go.
Oh, let's go, dude. Appreciate
go.
you, JT. Bring
And
that
real quick,
energy on Thursday night.
Are you
Yeah,
coming
go ahead.
to week 6, the AFC East roundtable event?
No, I'm not going to the
No.
roundtable event. I'll be at week 4, Jets Media Day. So yeah. But
Hell
thanks
yeah,
for the
man.
call, JT. Appreciate it. Bring that energy on Thursday night.
Let's go. See you Friday for that Victory Friday stream.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's JT right there, baby. JETS, Jets. Mr. Richie Malora is back.
Sorry about that. Had to go to the bathroom real quick.
You're
We're good,
handling
though.
business, dude.
Appreciate you, JT.
And
My guy.
we're down to our final caller, guys, before we wrap up this stream. Maybe talk about Jets Pats for a few minutes. But right now, we're going to welcome Mr. Sin City Jets to the stream. What's up, Sin City?
How you doing?
Good, man.
What's
How's
good,
it going?
bro?
So far, so good. You know, enjoying the win for what it is.
Absolutely.
Tough to see JJ go down, though. Really tough to see that, especially with how our D-line is as a whole.
Yeah, 100%. That's never what you want to see. Will McDonald stepped up, so hopefully that can continue to happen. We'll monitor the Hassan Reddick situation. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that are up in the air now.
How is Mosley doing? Do you guys know?
Yeah, he's got a big toe injury. Salah seems hopeful he could play on Thursday, but I don't know. I probably don't think he's going to play, but we'll see.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to play on the short week. But it was great to see Sherwood step up yesterday.
I honestly give Mosley rest, especially with the way Sherwood played. Like, we need Mosley for the long run.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I kind of agree with that. How you feeling about this Jets-Pats game, Sin City?
It's a divisional game, so I'm nervous. That's honestly where it's at right now. I mean, like we were saying before, the Pats are better than we anticipated them to be, with beating the Bengals, losing in overtime. I mean, we have the type of team to be who they are, but it just comes down to coaching. Rodgers just seems to be the most hit-and-miss hit coach I've seen in a minute. Like, he's either on fire or he's getting his ass whooped, and it's kind of hard to see sometimes.
Yeah, the inconsistency is for real. So appreciate the call, brother. Thanks so much for calling in, and keep repping the Jets out there, dude. We appreciate
you, bro. Drive safe out there, and let's go frickin' Jets, Sin City.
JETS, Jets, and I think that transitions us perfectly to talk about this Jets Pats matchup for a few minutes here before we put a bow on today's episode of the Jets Media Pod. Make sure you hit that like button, folks. We appreciate all you guys.
What are the early odds for that game? Let me just quickly.
How about we check right now?
The Jets are -6.5. Wow.
Oh, I hate that.
Me too.
Oh God, I hate that so much.
We'll cover.
Why do I hate that?
I kind of expected that, but I mean, we're at home. We're both at the same record. I don't know. I mean, this is a game that we expect to win. Okay, so the New England Patriots are coming to our home. The cool thing about this game, Jack, is as much as I hated the idea that our home opener is all the way to week 3, just can you imagine how loud it's going to be there that Jets fans had to wait this long to have our home game? It's going to be ridiculous. That environment, I wish I was going. It's going to be prime time, under the lights. It's going to be ridiculous, man. And I expect this team to have their best defensive game of the season, especially in this one, but we have to be able to shut down the run. That's the main focus. Ramondre Stevenson is a beast.
Like that name is already like giving me nightmares. Like one thing I can't do, bro, is watch Ramondre Stevenson run all over the Jets defense in their home opener on primetime. I can't see that happen. Like my sanity cannot handle that.
Yeah.
So the run D needs to step up and do their thing, because I'm not too scared of the Patriots receiving threats. But Ramondre Stevenson can get it done, and the Patriots always manage
And
to
not to
have a
mention
good
Antonio
offensive
Gibson,
line.
their second running back, had a really good game as well. He's
Yeah.
no slouch. So they
And
got two good backs.
the Patriots always manage to throw together a good offensive line, and we know they have a good defense, and we know they're going to try to run the football first and foremost. So these are all things that we know, like they're facts. So we have to go out there and shut it down before it can morph and grow into something else that we can't shut down. We have to get off to a fast start. That's been a trend, dude. Obviously, week 1 was garbage across the board. But yesterday, we looked like a JV team in the first half of that game. We went into halftime down 3 points to Will Levis and the Titans. Like, I was pissed off at halftime of yesterday's game, dude. So we need to come out here on Thursday night and be ready to play ball. We need to get off to a fast start. We need touchdowns in the first half. Would it be too much to ask for at least 2 touchdowns in the first half? I don't think so. So let's go out there and shove it down their throats.
So we're worried about Stevenson, but how do you think the Jets are going to match up against the Patriots defensively? It's going to be Christian Gonzalez against Garrett Wilson. Gonzalez is a very solid corner, even though he did allow a huge touchdown to DK Metcalf. I believe he was on there. DK Metcalf went off.
Yeah,
So did JSN, by the way. I mean, let me just double check the stat line, but I'm pretty sure the Seattle Seahawks completely did a good job in the pass game in this game. Geno Smith had a good one. Geno Smith had a game. 33 for 44, 327 yards, and that long touchdown. DK had 10 catches for 129 yards. JSN, 12 catches, 117 yards. So they're as good as the Patriots defense is. I think what the Patriots defense is really good at, Jack, is stopping the run. They held the run game to only 2.7 yards per carry. So I think that this is going to be a game where they really have to open up the pass attack and
100%.
utilize Breece Hall and Braylon Allen more as a pass catcher than relying them on the ground and open this game up. Our offensive line is excelling from a pass protection standpoint. Let's let some long developing routes go down the field, because when you have a offensive line that can pass protect, I think that's going to give the Jets more confidence to allow some routes to develop down the field, give Rodgers some extra time to deliver a deep ball. So I think in this game, offensively, let's throw that thing. Let's open up the playbook.
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. I couldn't agree more with everything you just said. Let's open up the passing game, or at least make the play calling less predictable. Like, we know the Patriots are going to stack the box on first and second down based on any film they've seen from us so far this year, because what do we do on first and second down? We run the ball no matter the distance. Yesterday, what was it, 2nd and 22? And we ran the ball up the middle and lost yards. Like, that's infuriating. So let's open it up. Let's air it out quickly in the game. I don't want to say every week I go into it saying, let's establish the run early. No, I'm done saying that, because it never works. So let's move the ball however we can move the ball. I totally agree with you in terms of using Breece Hall and Braylon Allen in the passing game just as much as we use them in the running game. More play designs with 2 of them in the backfield, as we spoke about with that touchdown to Braylon Allen, because we've become kind of a, at least when Hackett's calling the plays early in the game, when everything's kind of, there's a script and they want to, stick to their game plan. But let's see some more variety. Let's make things a little less predictable for this Patriots defense, because they're a good defense, man. Year in and year out, they're a very good defense. They have a defensive-minded head coach, so they're gonna. It's not gonna be a walk in the park to move the football against them. So let's use our weapons in a versatile way. Touching on Gonzalez real quick, he is a very good young player, but I think Garrett Wilson is easily the better player in that matchup. So feed Garrett Wilson. I'd love to see Mike Williams getting more and more involved. We have tight ends as well. So we have weapons all over the field. It's a matter of using them to our advantage and not allowing the Patriots and their good run stuffing D to get in our heads early. I don't want to see, I don't want to have to convert on a 3rd and 7 on the first drive, 3 plays into the game, Like, let's stay ahead of the chains. Let's get some creative play design in there. Let's use Breece and Braylon Allen as not only running weapons, but as pass-catching weapons as well. And let's let Aaron Rodgers do his thing. I like how this offensive line is protecting Rodgers in terms of the passing game. So let's see that, dude. Let's use that to our advantage. Feed our pass catchers. And that includes our 2 young running backs.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that. Jack, listen to this stat real quick. The New York Jets are ranked 11th in offense.
What does that even mean?
26th in defense.
So
would you expect it to be the opposite? I mean, heading into this season?
I would have expected.
And let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. We have had a top-level defense and a bottom-level offense. It feels like in my entire existence as a Jets fan, it's never worked. I want to have a better offense than defense.
Yeah.
Now, that's not me saying I want the defense to improve and get up to the same level. But, bro, Jets fans, it's only 2 games. But the 2 games that we played, let's remind everybody, on the road against 2 really good defenses. 2 very good defenses on the road. And the New York Jets offense ranks 11th right now. That should give Jets fans a lot of optimism for the season, man.
Absolutely.
The fact that our offense is actually looking decent and not trash, bottom level in the league. Is the offense perfect yet? No. But it's only going to get better. There's so much room for improvement, which is why I look at this game against the Patriots. I'm not even looking about how our defense matches up in this game. If Aaron Rodgers in this offense can click, we're going to win. That's how I look at it. Like, yes, we want to stop Stevenson, but Ramondre Stevenson is not beating us single-handedly if the offense is clicking. Stevenson can have 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, but we will still win the game if the offense clicks. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody on that Patriots offense that scares me besides Stevenson. And honestly, I'll show some respect to Hunter Henry. He had like a big game, 8 catches for over 100 yards. That's something that we have to look into. Defending the tight end position is always something that the Jets got to focus on. But if this offense can show signs of improvement and they can just unlock this offense from a pass down the field, we should win this football game. And the fact that the Jets are right on the fringe of a top 10 offense in the first 2 weeks against the San Francisco 49ers defense and a Tennessee Titans defense that is really, really good on the road, now we're at home, baby. This is where the offense should click.
Great point, man. And also another thing, and I know it's week 2, but nobody's brought this up so far in the stream. Shout out to like the Bengals being 0-2, the Ravens being 0-2, the Jaguars being 0-2. Like the AFC is still a very scary and difficult conference. And we still have, the Buffalo Bills in our own division, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Steelers are low-key running away with their division. They're 2-0. And the Bengals and the Ravens are 0-2, and the Browns are 1-1. That's interesting, the AFC North right now.
Dude, it's super interesting. The AFC has had a very interesting start to the season. So if we can keep the ball rolling, we don't have the easiest schedule in terms of like when and where we play. We got this short week Thursday night. We got a freaking dumbass London trip coming up that I'm like dreading. But I think we're, we win this game on Thursday night. We got Denver at home after like a nice, extended rest period. I think we're, it's not unrealistic to say that we can be 3-1 heading into the Buffalo Bills week 5. So
week 5 is the Vikings in London.
Oh, sorry. Bills are after that?
Week 6, yeah.
Okay.
Right after that. So ideally, we're going into that Bills game at like, what? 3-2 is the floor.
Yeah.
4-1 is ideal, but the Vikings look really good. And I know that's 2 games away.
We're not going to allow Sam Darnold to beat us, though.
But Sam Darnold looks really good, man.
There's no chance that he's beating us.
Dude,
Absolutely
I'm
no
low-key
chance.
scared of that game. I mean, it's kind of far away.
I want Zach Wilson week 4. And then right after that, I want Sam Darnold in London. And I want to smoke both of their sorry asses and then beat the Bills.
Oh, man. It's going to be crazy, man. I think that the Jets have positioned themselves in a really good way. Football is a violent sport and injuries are inevitable. And unfortunately, our big blow of the season happened, and it is Jermaine Johnson. Let's hope that that's the last season-ending injury. Let's hope that this team can stay healthy. The offense right now is really, really healthy. The defense, not so much. And let's hope that this is only a sign of improvement. Got to give a shout out to Irvin Charles. I don't think we talked about him once in this show.
Special teams, baby.
He is our ace on special teams. He had 2 big plays. One of them blocked punt. He basically he scored 3 points, Irvin Charles, because we got 3 points out of that. So shout out to Irvin Charles.
He's like the new Hardy.
Yeah, he's even better, bro. If I'm being honest, like he looks better. Justin Hardy actually just got cut by the Browns. Sorry, Justin Hardy. So I think Irvin Charles deserves some love. I think that the defense, Quincy Williams, is a forgotten piece of this defense that really looked good yesterday as well, Jack, that we were both very impressed with. He just makes plays. He's energetic. He's making big hits. So shout out to Quincy Williams. Shout out to Jamie and Sherwood. Chuck Clark seems like a little liability early on in the season. So hopefully he can get figured out. Tony Adams had a really good play, 2 big plays. He had the game-winning pass breakup, and he had another pass breakup on 3rd down late in the 4th quarter for the clutch to get the Titans off the field to give the Jets the ball back. So Tony Adams is looking decent. Michael Carter II, Jack, unfortunately is dealing with an ankle injury, and he has suffered that ankle injury in training camp. And Saleh made it seem like that ankle injury is probably not going to keep him out of games, but it's something he's going to have to deal with. He was subbing in and out of the game, so that's something to watch out for. The Jets are banged up on defense. And Michael Carter II, he's playing through the injury, but he re-aggravated it yesterday. But he did come back on the field and play through it. So that's something we got to watch out for, man.
You know what we got to say, bro? Fingers crossed this is the worst of it. We lost, one of our better players on defense for the year yesterday. Part of me, if we're going to be that team that can make a deep playoff run, obviously we don't want any injuries, but part of me wants to get these injuries out of the way now so we can get these guys back healthy when it's time to really, hunker down and win games that matter in November.
And this
December,
is an offensive-driven league, okay? The fact that our offense is not an issue right now and our pass protection is elite, guys, this is a good thing. Jets fans should feel very good. Listen, we beat the Titans, a team that we're supposed to beat. I'm not saying book your Super Bowl trip, but if you can take away something from the first 2 weeks of the season, Aaron Rodgers has 3 touchdowns and 1 interception and a good passer rating for his standards, and the pass protection has been phenomenal. Okay, that is very good. If we went through the first 2 weeks and Aaron Rodgers is on his ass every other snap and he has 2 picks to no touchdowns or something, then it'll be time to kind of panic. But that's not the case. He's got a 3 touchdown to 1 interception ratio. The Jets won the turnover battle yesterday. The offense looks phenomenal from a pass protection standpoint, and there's only room to improve from an offense, man. The Jets were this close to connecting on that Lazard catch down the field, which would have unlocked this offense from a stat standpoint even more. I think that Jets fans should feel very good about the trajectory of the offense and the worries on our defense. And that's why it's interesting, because we're not used to that, where our offense feels like we have confidence in the defense we don't have confidence in. But I feel like that's a good place to be in early on in the season.
100%, man. I couldn't agree
It
with you
doesn't
more.
feel like history is repeating itself. That's the refreshing part about this. It's not like our offense stinks and our defense is elite, and we're like, here we go again. Our defense keeping us in games, and our offense sucks, even with Aaron Rodgers. That would have been worse, Jets fans. Let's be honest with ourselves. If Rodgers sucked right now, and I'm not saying he's elite, he's right at the average level, which is all we need from him. And to say hypothetically right now, the first 2 games, the Jets offense stinks, and say we lost yesterday because Rodgers was not able to do anything, and we're 0-2, we would not feel good. But the fact that the offense has some momentum and the defense is what needs to get fixed, I'd rather have an elite offense this year than elite defense, if I'm being honest, because this is an offensive-driven league. We have to go up against offenses like the Chiefs down the line if we make it to the playoffs. We have to go up against the Buffalo Bills, who has, an elite offense with Josh Allen. Okay, this is an offensive-driven league, and the fact that the New York Jets offense right now is at the upper echelon in the NFL throughout the first 2 weeks against 2 tough defenses on the road, that should be something that Jets fans are reminding themselves to make them feel good about this team so far early on this season.
Absolutely, man. It's something new. It's something that we're not used to at all. It still feels unreal every time I see Rodgers throw a ball in a Jets uniform, to the point where I feel like some of us are blind to the little things that maybe aren't so great yet, like some missed passes and the delay of game stuff. But because it just feels so surreal to see this guy playing quarterback for our team. And it doesn't even have to be him. I mean, it's phenomenal that it is, but we've been starving for any sort of competency at quarterback for so long. So it's still shocking. The Garrett Wilson 3rd and 1 lands right in his arms. The Mike Williams go up and get it. The week 1 touchdown to Lazard on the free play. All things like that are so foreign to us, and it's just such a nice change to see. And I say this knowing that the offense will get better, knowing that the defense will get better as well. So I think right now it's a matter of staying healthy for the Jets. Obviously, the defense is banged up. If the offense can stay healthy, I like the depth we have on defense. I like the schedule we have coming up. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Let's get it. Absolutely. And Maddie's calling me out saying upper tier in the NFL, first 2 games. Come on, man. I'm not saying that I expect this to be the whole season, but we went up against 2 tough defenses, and the offense is at the top in the first 2 games. That's better than being the bottom of the league, Maddie, in the first 2 games, bro. We're not used to this as Jets fans. I'm going to acknowledge it. All right? If you're a Jets fan and you're not satisfied, at least, from what the offense has done to this point with expectations of them getting better, I don't know what to tell you. So this is a good time to be in. And I just want to say again what I said earlier in the show. We expected to be in this exact situation, 101 heading into week 3. We were hopeful, maybe delusional, that we can somehow beat the Niners and be 2-0, but that's not the case. It's not how you win, it's if you win. And the Jets won. All right? So that's really what it comes down to. Shout out to you guys tuning in. Lissell, got to give you some love. Glad to be a mod on Twitch. Let's get affiliated. Let's go. You're my Twitch guy. Lissell, I'm putting the Twitch into yours. I'm gonna keep going live on Twitch every time we're live on YouTube. Appreciate you, Lissell. So that's gonna wrap up the show, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been a phenomenal show, as always. Got to give a shout out to one proud sponsor of this channel, because without them, man, I would not be able to get sleep last night, Jack. It's Manta Sleep, baby.
Hell yeah.
Manta Sleep is the way to sleep, folks. I got to get this sleep mask out there to show you guys. If you want to get a 10% discount on your Manta Sleep mask, go to the link in the description, folks, and get your Manta Sleep mask today. This will change your life from a sleep standpoint. I'm very, very happy and fortunate to be sponsored by this product. I would not be promoting this product if I'm not an avid user of this product myself. I always remind the people, go talk to my girlfriend, and she'll tell you herself how addicted I am to this thing, especially in a brand new apartment that's flooded with light. All right, I have no peace, Jack, in terms of light, darkness anymore. I got out of the cave, and now I'm in a room which is light everywhere, and this thing has been my best friend. I have windows that just penetrate my room like early in the morning, and I put this on, and it takes out the light. You guys can get 10% off using code JETS, link in the description. It's an extension of your pillow. I love this thing, and I'm very proud to be sponsored by them on this channel. So shout out to Manta Sleep. Go get your sleep mask, folks. And shout out to the Jets fans who already got your sleep mask and have been loving the product from here on out. Big shout out to Manta Sleep.
Shout out to Manta Sleep. Shout out to everybody tuning in today. Shout out to the New York Jets for getting the dub. Shout out to you, Richie. And shout out to me as well. Why not?
Shout out to Jack for tuning in to the show yesterday and coming on the show today. Jack, we love having you on Jets Media.
Let's go,
and
baby.
We're excited, man. We love you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're going to wrap up the show here. Hit the like button on your way out. Let's go, Jets. Short week. Thursday Night Football coming up soon, but we got content leading up until then, of course. Guys, I'm going to be live on Bleacher Report at 2 p.m. if you want to go check me out over there to break down this game a little bit more. I'll see you on Bleacher Report at 2. We're on the Huddle at 3, and then we're on the Autograph app at 6. We got a full slate of shows today, so appreciate you guys tuning in. Salute to the chat. Let's go, Jets. 101, baby. Peace.
Have a freaking great day, everybody.
Let's go.